What EdgeRank is the formula that Facebook uses to determine where posts show up in a user's news feed. So the news feed is actually where most of your posts are going to be viewed, and by most I mean about 98% of them are going to be seen in the news feed and not on your actual page. So what you see when you log into Facebook is your news feed. It's that first big middle section of Facebook that takes up about 2/3 of the page, and it's just updates from any pages you've liked, people who posted statuses that you're friends with. All those things all go right into the news feed, and it's like your main view of Facebook every time you log in. And the news feed is very important. That's how you're going to get all of your posts and information out there. So you're going to be battling with everybody else who's posting things. And we're going to tell you how this EdgeRank works and how you can use it to better your posts and rank higher up in the news feed. So yeah, on average, only 16% of your fans will see any one of your given posts, and there are ways to increase that we're going to go over in a little bit. And your posts are 40 to 150 times more likely to reach your fans in the news feed than they are on your own page. So you can kind of see the importance of all this here. So to go into these factors of the EdgeRank, we're going to start here. So how EdgeRank works. EdgeRank, like we said earlier, is the combination of these three factors: affinity, weight, and time decay. So basically, this is my pseudo newsfeed of a Facebook user. I just did it this way to kind of show you as an example. This is how posts rank. They each kind of get an EdgeRank score, and then they're listed from highest to lowest. So the first factor of EdgeRank is affinity. And what affinity really is the relationship between your page and the person viewing the post. So if somebody's connected to your page, and let's say we have these two people here, person A and person B, if in the past person A, let's say, has liked, commented, shared your post, they kind of have built up a relationship with your page to say, they're going to have a higher affinity score than, let's say, person B, who in the past has not commented, not liked, not interacted with any of the things you've been posting. So it's that like, comment, and share, that past interaction, that's going to increase their affinity score for your page. So then when your page makes a post, what that's going to do is go down into each of these person's news feeds, and you can see that for person A, it's going to rank higher than it is for person B, just solely based on the past affinity that they have with your page. So Facebook knows that this person A likes things from this page since they've interacted with them in the past, and they know person B doesn't. So they take that knowledge and use it to rank these posts. So A is more likely to see it, and B is less likely to see it. So the second factor is weight. And what weight really comes down to is if we have these two posts, post A and B on Facebook, right now let's say they have the same EdgeRank. But let's say post B gets a lot of comments, likes, shares. People are just kind of really interacting with it a lot. It gets what you're always going for, engagement. So each one of those likes, comments, and shares is going to increase its weight value, which is going to increase its EdgeRank. So if we go down into another news feed, you can see that post B is going to have a higher spot in the news feed. It's going to have a higher EdgeRank than post A, just because it had more comments, likes, shares. All those things are going to add up to give it more weight. And time decay is probably the simplest one to talk about. So basically, the longer a post is out there, the less relevant it is, and the lower it's going to show up in people's news feeds. So once again, let's say your page makes a post. Your post goes out to your whole audience. Not all of them are going to be online looking at their news feed at that given moment, but let's look at one who is. So this person was on Facebook. You made the post. It's going to go right into his news feed. So it's going to go right at the top here. It's going to have a good edge rank because it's a very new post. Now let's take a look at somebody who was offline when you made that post. You know, they're still connected to your page. So let's say 2 hours later, they come online. Now that same post, holding all of their variables, is going to be lower down here, as you can see, than it was earlier. So basically, anything you post within about 5 or 6 hours is probably going to be irrelevant on Facebook. Nobody's going to be able to see it after that time, unless it has something like a lot of engagement or has a lot of people interacting with it. That's kind of the only way to save it from the time decay. So there's a couple of short, easy rules that you can use when you're making these posts in order to maximize the edge rank, get engagement, and build up those affinity scores with people over time. The first is to keep it short. Posts between 100 and 250 characters get 60% more engagement than those over 250 characters. Second, and this is a big one for getting engagement and getting that weight up, be visual. Photos get 120% more engagement than a normal status update. That's what you're really going for in a lot of these posts. You want people to be liking and commenting and starting a conversation in it. Using a call to action in all of your posts. This one seems really simple, but is really, really effective. Just asking people to like the post or asking them to comment on it increases engagement by 90%. So just by asking them to comment on it, like, what are your thoughts on this? It's going to increase engagement by 90% on there. And then you want to be relevant but not pushy. So you want to post things that are related to your business, that people who are in your business are interested in, but not just ads. If you just keep posting ads, people aren't going to like them, they aren't going to share them. They don't like to be bombarded with things like that. And finally, be timely. We're going to go over this a little bit later when we look at insights, but what this is, you know, you got to post when most of your people are online because of that time decay factor. If you're posting when they're online and looking at their news feeds, it's going to go right to the top and they're going to be able to see it. But if they come on a couple hours later, they're going to miss it. So you got to know when your audience is really online and active.